Okay, I now call the Sherborn Conservation Commission meeting to order for August 21st, 2025 at 7:22 with a roll call of the members present. Michael Lesser present. Terry?
Terry Luskin present.
Courtney?
Reniak present.
Jacob?
Jacob Strauss present.
Okay, we have a quorum, so the meeting is underway. And do we have any issues that were not dealt with for the 24-hour rule?
We do not.
Okay, thank you. And let's see here, there's the agenda there. Okay, so at 7, oh yeah, we can have, I don't know who's coming. We have the continued, I have to open up the continued public hearing for the notice of intent, DEP 5283047 for 0 Cemetery Road. Proposal to upgrade the tennis courts and convert a tennis court to a pickleball court. That was continued from August 7th. Okay. Do we, for the record, we have a number of the members present and this is a roll call. Steve?
Steve Scrimshaw present.
Thank you.
So we do not have Mr. Welch here because he is delivering his daughter to college and should be driving either there or back. I'm not sure.
Okay. Well, it seems like
we were waiting for the DEP file number on this one, and I put a draft special conditions in the folder.
Okay. I don't know if everybody's had a chance to look at it, but the only ones that are particular to this project are noting the mitigation of the stormwater management in one condition, and then another condition regarding no pesticides, herbicides. Actually, you only need pesticides, herbicides, a pesticide. In the inner buffer zone, and only fertilizer, 0 phosphate, low nitrogen, slow release, in moderation in the outer buffer zone. Are the only 2 conditions outside of the normal construction and erosion control and everything else that's.
So I did add a couple of erosion control things that aren't normally there: the silt sack in the catch basin, and the 4-foot high wood and wire snow fence to protect the trees.
Oh.
And in the first section, in the very beginning, I noted that if the 4 trees are being protected, and if any of the trees are damaged or removed, they would be replaced with a 2-to-1 ratio.
Okay. Good thinking. Does anybody else have any questions or issues? Hearing none, I guess I will move to close the hearing.
Second.
Thank you. Any further discussion? Roll call vote. Michael, aye. Courtney?
Aye.
Steve?
Do you hear me? Aye.
Yeah.
I'm looking. Do you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you
Okay.
hear me? Terry?
Aye.
Jacob?
Aye.
Okay, close the hearing. Assume basically everybody, I was going to have the findings that this project could go ahead, so I will, unless somebody feels otherwise. I will make the findings that the proposed project, as has been described, with the mitigation of the stormwater management and the tree protection and the condition about fertilizer and pesticide use, that this project, if implemented as such, will not impact the wetlands. And I will leave it, and therefore the project is approved.
And
Second.
Thank you. Any further discussion? Okay, roll call vote. Michael, I, Courtney,
Aye.
Steve,
Aye.
Terry,
aye.
Jacob.
Aye.
Okay, you can get that one moving ahead. And what?
Michael, Brian Moore is here. Maybe we could do that certificate of compliance.
Oh, okay. That's what he's here for. Okay. Let's do the certificate of compliance.
So a certificate of compliance was submitted for 49 Farm Road. This was a Dan McIntyre design, a septic replacement. We had asked for markers and mitigation, and everything with some things removed from the buffer zone or the wetlands, and it looks delightful. They've got a nice edge of wildflowers on the backside of the septic system.
Hmm. That's nice.
It's delightful.
Yes, that's delightful to hear. And okay, so would you like to add anything, Brian, before we agree to it?
The only thing I can add is those wildflowers will never be tall enough to screen us against what's going on next door, but I don't think I need to dwell on that tonight.
Yeah, okay. I'm glad you got the appropriate feedback.
I have some sunflowers that grow 10 feet tall. You might need
Okay.
them.
All right, well, we'll give them some nuclear waste and see if we can get them to.
Okay, on
tell us,
that
you
note,
know?
On that note, I move to approve the certificate of compliance for 49 Farm Road.
Second.
Okay, any further discussion? Okay, roll call vote. Michael, I, Courtney,
Aye.
Steve,
Aye.
Terry,
Aye.
Jacob.
Aye.
Okay, there you go. Let those flowers
Thank you.
grow.
I'll
Okay.
appreciate it.
Yep, see you around.
Have a good one.
Yes, we'll try. Let's see. There's no warrant, there's no minutes.
There is a warrant.
Oh, yeah, I see the warrant now. Okay,
Two.
so. Uh,
There are two warrants. So if you look at the warrants, there's one that has a very large number on it. I think it is.
Yeah, warrant 29 is $7. Wow.
Yeah,
That's a
so
large
warrant,
number.
so warrant 30 is $434. However,
Ooh,
most of that, all but $13.80 something cents is it's billed to the Recreation Department's account. So we filed the warrant, but we've put it through under their account as we were instructed to do.
Okay, and this is for what? This is for,
That was for advertising for,
oh, okay, fine. Okay,
The-
okay, yeah, I guess you don't see who it's billed to on this printout. Okay,
well, it talks about the, oh, you don't see it on that particular printout.
oh, yeah, now I see it on the later pages. I was just
Yep,
looking. at some-
there should be an account number.
Yeah, right, exactly. I see that now. Okay, good. Okay, so therefore we have small amounts for postage. And yeah, postage. Okay, so done with the warrant for the record. Tree mitigation policy, I'm not sure what we have to do tonight, but we could put that up.
I don't have anything updated for that.
Okay. Let's do the emergency certification in terms of just getting all the permitting stuff out of the way. I will, Courtney will take over and I'm gonna mutter and I will recuse myself.
So we had a request come through from Beaver Solutions to address a blocked culvert blocked by beaver activity at It's off of Forest Street at the railroad crossing and Sewell Brook. And the Board of Health issued an emergency certification last night. And we issued the emergency certification to remove that blocked culvert so that it doesn't damage either the banking of the railroad or harm the properties adjacent to it. They're proposing to do the work, I think, sometime next week or within 10 days of yesterday or today. That's it. That's so I signed it. I just wanted to get everybody's have everybody be aware,
Yeah, do we need to ratify it?
probably.
Okay. Oops, I opened the wrong window. I just want to be specific with the what we're ratifying here. Okay, emergency start. All right, so I move to ratify the emergency certificate for Forest Street, Sewell Brook culvert.
Second.
Yeah, second. Any discussion?
You might
What
want
what did I do,
Yeah.
Michael?
it's the railroad. There is a Forest Street Sewell Brook crossing. That's different from the
Oh,
one. that-
Frost, yeah, railroad.
Oh, okay. It's a different one than you usually crawl into, right?
Yes, the other one, well, actually, we haven't gone into the other one, but
All
okay.
right. So
Just wanna make sure we
I
got the
take
railroad.
I take that amendment. So the railroad.
Sewell
culvert.
Brook.
A second as amended.
Okay.
Was there discussion or not?
Yeah,
I'd
go
like-
ahead.
Oh, well,
Make
go
a couple
ahead. Yep,
points.
sorry.
This
One,
is
I almost, as a next door neighbor to Michael, I don't know if I quite abut it, but I very close to that. And one other point is that, if you go to Rocky Narrows and walk along a trail that goes by a marsh, it's blocked by beaver dam activity of Sewell Brook going underneath the railroad tracks. And I don't know if that's anything of our business, but you can't walk on that trail.
Hmm.
It's flooded.
Is it a different spot than this railroad in
yes.
Sewell Brook? All right,
Yes, it's
Maybe
one
we
that
can
goes
talk
actually
about that,
underneath.
Steve.
What's that?
Maybe we can talk about that and see so I can see where that is.
Yeah.
It's the same one,
Is it the same crossing?
yes,
Okay,
Oh, the same exact crossing,
yeah,
Michael? So you're not talking about on Fourth Street?
yeah, I'm talking about the one that's down the railroad tracks.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry, yes.
That's
That,
the one that's
so that's
causing-
the beaver, yeah, so we're taking care of that problem.
okay,
Are
sorry.
you? All right, we good? Okay. Let's vote. Courtney, I, Jacob,
Aye.
Terry,
Aye.
Steve.
Either I or if I need to, no, it's I.
Okay,
talk
and
about it.
Michael, you will abstain.
I'm recused, which I.
Recused, okay. He's not even here anymore. Okay, great. All set skis.
Yes. Okay, coming back into the room, unless you want to keep going, Courtney. So,
A lot of yelling happening here, so.
okay, let's go to central, oh yeah, I'll do the permitting, the administrative approvals. Were they all, the administrative approval applications, were they all approved?
All but Spywood, that would probably be approved on Monday.
Okay, so for the record, there's been administrative approvals for 81 Prospect Street house renovation. What is that one? Oh, that's something else. Well, is that different?
No,
from-
it's the same house, but they filed to do electrical work on the renovation work on the house itself, roof, things like that. And because it
Oh.
required a building permit, they filed an AA.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, 34 McGregor Drive for a deck replacement, 5 Zion Lane for a second floor addition. 50 Hunting Lane for a septic system upgrade installation, and 5 Powder House Lane for an upgrade for a septic system revised plan. And the one for Spywood will be on the next meeting. Then there's a tree removal application. Is
The
that,
the tree removal application was to remove one pine from 54 Everett Street, which will be the subject of a notice of intent at the next meeting. Not the tree,
okay,
but the property.
okay, but that has been approved, the one,
Yes, approve that.
okay, fine, for the record. Let's come back to mosquito control.
I spoke with I spoke with a representative from mosquito control.
Oh, really? From like, Katrina or somebody else?
I didn't speak to I didn't know if I did speak to Katrina, not to a mosquito.
Yeah.
And I basically just asked the questions that you had asked at the previous meeting. Who requested the work, and nobody requested the work. They internally do reviews of work that has been completed in the past, and they go through and do updates. I don't know how regularly, but so the crew that was reviewing these came up with this, went out and looked at the site and put together a request to do that work. And it's all, I got her, she again confirmed that it was just the brush, removing brush and picking up things on the ground, maybe doing a little raking. I explained that there wasn't any real defined channel. And she said, yes, that was in the notes also from her crew, but just that they wanted to clear it as it went further back to the ditch. They do have a butter approval or a permission to go on the property, but there is a second neighbor who hasn't yet sent it back. And they'll be sending out another request for permission prior to the work. And I think that was pretty much, it. It was really, we just wanted to know who requested it and
Are
what it was all about.
do we have to give permission, or they have the right to do it no matter what?
I don't know. We have typically allowed mosquito control to, because they do perform a service that's,
Right,
of benefit. And in this particular case, they are not dredging. So, or having any machinery in there. It'll be with hand rakes, she said, and clippers and a chainsaw.
mm-hmm. Okay,
I thought the way the regulations were written, they didn't have to ask. I mean, they didn't have to get approval, but I'm not.
They request permission. I've
I mean,
been
yeah,
involved with it. Yeah.
who knows, but yeah, I
Are you
guess,
talking about property permission, Jacob, or like conservation approval?
No, like WPA conservation, or I don't remember, but not sure about the town, but at least at the state level, I thought it was all in the act and the regulations. They were.
Yeah, but that's not
Yeah.
what they're asking us for. It's like
They're asking for permission to go on the
our
property.
backyard.
Oh, okay, got it. Okay.
Yeah,
right,
it's a matter of whether we want them to do it on a conservation property. My God, there's so much yelling.
I think we
um,
were more concerned that because there was no defined channel, that they were going to go and create a channel. But there is a flow path, even though there isn't a channel. There's a flow path.
right. Yeah, as long as they, right, I guess I would say that, yeah, I was only concerned in areas where it's nice skunk cabbage, native vegetation.
Yeah, but they're not going. But as you pointed out, they're not going to the herbaceous layer. They're really going for, and they're doing this in the fall, and they're going for after the leaves come down, and they're doing shrubs.
Right. Okay, I guess we don't have much comment to say, since once we give them permission, they could do what they want, as opposed to we say, oh, and cut invasives. But I don't think we're gonna go there. Okay, then I guess,
I guess I still just don't really see the point.
right.
Well,
Yes,
if we were spending money to do it, maybe that would, you know. But I don't know. I guess the concern is the water that comes out of that culvert is going into the ditch out behind the two properties. And it would be nice if to make sure that it's not blocked, that's all.
is it mainly the ditch behind the properties that were?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, so it's not the stuff that I saw on our property.
No,
Um, okay, I guess if they give permit, well, I guess in that case, if they're mainly concerned about the other properties, I guess they're not gonna do much work on our property.
again,
Right,
there's not much to do on ours because because
Yeah.
you went and looked at there. If you look into the flow path, there isn't a lot of material there.
right. Okay.
Well, it's an
uh,
experiment and Michael can go and look what happened afterwards and we'll know whether it was a good idea or not.
Okay, thank you. Yes. You'll have to remind me. But yes, it's a good idea to see what they actually do, so that next time we know what to say. Okay, so do we, everybody okay with basically giving him permission?
Yes.
Okay. If so, I move that we, give permission to mosquito control to do the minimal clearing work on, off of Russet Hill.
Second,
Okay, any further discussion? Roll call vote, Michael, I, Courtney,
Bye.
Steve,
Aye.
Jacob,
Aye.
Terry,
aye.
okay. We've done that. Okay. The only thing left on the agenda is the Washington Street Sherborn Homes. Now, I'm gonna pull up a plan. Let's see what we got here. Um, what we got here? Guess that's not working, is it? Oh, it's useless. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Did you write up some draft comments?
I did. What did I do with them? Hold on. Pause for effect.
I'll pull up the, while we're talking. I'll pull up a site plan here that we can look at.
So did we just basically rip off what we did for Farm Road?
No,
No.
we don't have the same kind of information.
Hmm.
Because we actually don't know. Let's see, screen 2. Screens, where is it? Okay. Wow. What did they change here? I no longer see how you share a whole screen. Wow.
All right. I just uploaded the comments. So I made up a list of comments to the revised plans and the operation and maintenance plan that came out just very recently. And these plans were revised in response to the consultant's peer review of the project. And then we went through and looked at the plan and made some comments based on that.
Okay, what I was trying to do is put your comments up.
So I just sent them, they should be in the file folder.
Okay.
It's a Word document because,
Right, makes sense.
because,
Okay.
it says Concon comments,
Yeah, I see.
8/21/25.
I have it. I just want to be able to put it in the same screen with the other stuff. Okay. Now,
You don't want to come over here.
okay, let's see if I can stop sharing and get them both on. Wow. Oh, maybe it's down here.
What was that?
I don't know if anybody's done sharing with Zoom lately, but I no longer see the ability to share the whole screen.
You want me to try?
I guess if you can put both documents on the same page and
I'm
show.
not clever like you are yet, so.
Okay, then, well, I don't know how you do this. This is weird. Oh, I can select oh, now they have a new thing. You can select multiple windows. So you have to
Oh.
click on one and then you can click on other windows. Okay, fine. Geez, would be nice if they somehow. Okay, let's see how this goes. Do you guys see two things?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know if it's all one or not, but oh yeah, it's two separate things there. Okie doke. On this side here, let's get the screen bigger here. Okie doke, here's the plan. They asked, okay. It's big enough there, but, and this is her comments. Some mixture of things.
Well, want me to run through them really quick?
Sure.
So we had asked in our comments that we submitted that the limit of lawn be shown, and they added on there a limit of clearing, and you can see that's not, this is not the latest plan or not the right. Are you on number 7?
Yep. This is the latest,
Okay.
but I'll just say to you that they've,
There's the scalloped edge all around the edge that shows the limit of clearing. And we asked if they could label the limit of lawn, which would be up on top of the slope. I asked that the erosion control barriers, they have a fiber sock or fiber roll. I asked that it be mulch sock backed by silt fence that we would typically require on a construction job because we've got a lot of close wetland resources. The other one was that it was just a plan thing. They had a well mislabeled, and one of their infiltration systems is shown inconsistently on different plans. And then lastly, not lastly, but if you'll note, they put in a roof recharge behind one of the dwelling that's. Michael, could you point to the recharge area?
yeah. This is the recharger.
Yep. Okay, so just, yeah, so there's the recharger, and what it does is it's collecting runoff from the entire surface of the roof, 1 inch of runoff. And then when this recharger is full, which it will do because it's only accommodating 1 inch of runoff, which is what typically what stormwater standards are. The difference is that they have an outlet that goes right towards just the edge of the 50 foot. So what we would normally request is that back at the downspouts, there's a bypass so that when the recharger fills up, the water goes out the downspout like it would normally do if there weren't a recharger. That gives it eliminates the point source discharge because in a strong rain, it's just going to funnel water right into that directly as a point source discharge into the wetland resource area. And if they have bypass back at the house, then we have a longer distance to go over it. I pointed out that this is something I just pointed out. So it's got more than an acre of clearing, and that may need a stormwater permit through the planning board, although that's a bylaw and town bylaws don't count. They do need an MPDS permit from the EPA, which is mostly related to erosion control and keeping the activity out of the wetland resource areas. There's a foundation drain on the for the front house that doesn't have a riprap. So I asked that there be a riprap apron at the outlet for that. I can't point to it, but it's for the front house. There's a roof drain that goes out towards the 50 foot. Not a roof drain, I apologize, a foundation drain. So the foundation drain goes around the bottom of the foundation, and the foundation needs to be above the groundwater. That's a requirement. So there isn't likely to be very much water that comes out of these foundation drains, but the riprap would be there just in case. So they're moving the trail, relocating the trail, and I don't, they can't really change the grading, but we added it there. Could they change the grading around the septic system so that the trail, it doesn't go through the TOA slope for the septic system? I don't know if that can happen. And the other question was, could the trail be routed closer to the limit of work instead of right there, so that it's not going right up to the vernal pool? And lastly, so the rain garden, they have on the side slopes of the rain garden. A rain garden is it's not a detention basin, but it's got they do have a forebay, and it does go into this rain garden. The side slopes are conservation seed mix, and the bottom is a wetland seed mix. But this will be typically it will be both very dry and very wet. So I asked if there could be any flowering perennials that they could put in there. Normally these are planted, but wanted to see if we could get some more vegetation in there to make it a little more diverse plantings. And then the last thing I'm doing, which I have not prepared tonight, I've been going over it today, is the ZBA came back and asked us for, one of the things we requested was that they provide mitigation planting, and the ZBA asked us to prepare a planting plan. So that's something that I've been going back and forth trying to put together for this project. So I did a rough calculation so that the area within the buffer zones combined is 25,000 square feet, which is like a half an acre total on both sides. And you can't plant up on top of the septic system, and there isn't very much room around the house, but there is this slope that goes all around the edge of the project. And so it would be possible, we could ask them to put plantings or shrubs all along that slope to provide a buffer, to provide, more a shrub layer between the wetlands and the project. And that's where I'm at with it.
Does that include the
Uh,
areas around the, not over the septic system,
It
but
was,
the
it was
areas
2,200, it was like 2,250 square feet on the vernal pool side. And it was 22,500 square feet on the larger BVW side. That's 25,000, Michael. You said 22, you said 2,000 square feet.
Oh, I was thinking of the isolated wetland. buffers.
Okay, yep.
What's going on here? Okay. Just want to get rid of that space, but, okay. Because that's the isolate, and then the other one was gonna be. Yeah,
About 22,500 square feet.
right. All right, I was trying to just change the margins of that. Why can't I do any of that? Oh, okay.
Michael, do you know for moving that trail, is there something legally that needs to be done because it's like a trail easement?
Right, there is an easement and there's a plan that defines it, so I'm sure Bob and his attorney will either do it by like a plan change associated with a difference in language for the easement, or they'll have an easement, change the easement plan. But yes, there does have to be a change.
He wrote in one of his responses, that's in the additional notes. He wrote that you're allowed to move around an easement like that. And that it's legal to do that, and he would work on that. Yeah, on the trail, I wanted to basically see if we could get them to, tonight's goal is to sort of go over these comments and see them enough that we can then write them up and submit them. We're not going to wordsmith every little thing tonight, but just to get all the major points here, and then get it written up on Monday, by Monday, end of Monday or something like that, and get it over to them. Because they have a meeting on, I think it's next Wednesday night or something like that, that I guess I will, let's see, it's next Thursday night on the 28th.
Oh, right, Thursday night, yep. I think I said it had to go before Wednesday. She had asked for it.
Yeah, so we have a little bit of time. And okay, so we can finish writing it on Monday or Tuesday, but we want to just get the general points here and then just approval to write a letter about that. I'd like to just go through right. I guess we'd like the limit of clearing, or it's the limit of really tree clearing they've mentioned. And right.
We have wetland markers in there.
We asked for that last time. It's in our other comments, but we'll we might go do a little bit more on this maybe.
Well, what do you know? I mean, we've asked for what they've just asked for. I don't know. They've asked for comments on this. We can ask again for wetland markers because they aren't showing up on this plan.
Right.
Yeah, if they're not gonna put it on the plan, we should just put it in writing, like, at least 6
I did,
buffer.
yeah. I had four on each side.
Okay.
Do you
Yep.
think that's
Not in
enough?
this one, but the previous one.
Right. I guess we agreed that 4 on each side was enough. for whatever reasons. Okay.
I mean, everything else that Joyce reviewed sounded fine to me. So I don't think I have any more comments.
I will add. That might be too picky on this. But I was gonna add can you see my cursor?
Yeah.
I was gonna add that this, basically, what the request in number 6 is about the recharger, that this apron here, that feeds both the overflow from the recharger and from the foundation drain, which is not expected to have very much. Without this there and whatever, and since there's not going to be very much there, you could have just a little bit of riprap. I was wondering whether to just ask them whether if they make these changes here, that they can change the limit of work to just go straight across here and cut back on the foundation drains, because they don't need to be that long. Not quite sure why they're that long. There's enough change in topography that they can easily have them stopped here, for example, because this is like
Don't they?
yeah.
But don't they start below grade at the corners of the houses? So they.
Well, the basement is at 214.5. And I guess, I don't know whether the foundation drains, are they at the level of the floor of the basement? Would you say that, Joyce?
No, they're at the level of the footing,
All the way at the very bottom,
or they might rest on top of the footing.
on top of the footing. The basement is below the footing, the top of concrete.
No,
Yeah.
the footing, the wall is on top of the floor is on top of the footing, and the wall to the house is on top of the footing.
So, okay.
I'm confused.
No, so basically, okay, I see what you're saying.
It doesn't,
So-
it's not, it doesn't really matter. It's just, it's around the outside of the foundation.
I know, but to Jacob's point, which would revise what I was pushing for, whether it has to be that low to project into here, whether it's just a sort of waste of time. But I guess if they don't, so we actually don't know the level of the footing. Because I thought the concrete wall was, okay, so that's sitting on top of it. Okay, I won't bring this up then.
Okay.
Which somebody else will be happy about. So the nifty, the foundation drain. Okay. And continue the pulling work back for the trail modifications. To avoid to lessen. Okay, whether we change this. Oh, Matt's here. I guess we can let him go.
You know what?
Uh,
I would step away because if Matt can be on, then he could take over for me. It's getting
Blair,
to be
aye.
bedtime for
Okay,
Bonzo here,
okay.
my
So-
granddaughter.
At 8:05,
Are we,
Harry Luskin is
Is it?
leaving the meeting,
I am leaving.
and I guess the time would be in the recording anyway. And
Right.
at 8:05.
Thanks all.
Good night.
Okay, okay, Matt, announce yourself. As being present.
Matt Olair, present.
Thank you. We're going over we've done everything but this, going over the 40B project, that we have to give them some more comments on. Okay, so it's really minimizing buffer zone for the trail. Okay, The rain garden, I thought there was more to a rain garden than what they showed and the maintenance. But we'll figure that.
Well, I mean, they call it a garden because usually it has things planted in it. It has specific requirements. You know,
Right.
it has to be 2 feet above groundwater and, there are certain requirements. But amongst them are that you plant it so that it's pretty.
Oh, yeah, no, I agree. No, I just didn't see all that kind of detail.
They have all the detail with the exception of they have the sizing. They just don't have any plantings except for the the wetland seed mix at the bottom of the.
But and a wetland seed mix is not going to work in a part.
It might not,
Yeah,
so
It's
it
not-
has to be, yeah, they have to have it vegetated before we can accept it, so
Yeah.
they may have to change what they plant.
Okay, so that makes sense. So then the last thing left is this issue of mitigation planting. Right now, they are in the amount of area here. I wish I could change the color of my cursor somehow, but let's see. Maybe if I, it is. Let's see if I change the
All
font.
right, don't worry about changing your cursor, Michael. Just explain it.
Okay, sorry, guys.
Spent a lot of time looking at Zoom malfunction.
There is in the buffer zone here, as we said before, there is this area here where there of 2,200 square feet or 2,500 square feet roughly. We can ask for the number, but that's one area of buffer zone that's not altered that they're altering. Then there's this area down here, if you follow the 100-foot, that goes all the way here and then to the limit of work over here. And that's estimated around, what'd you say, 22,000 or something like that?
22,500.
Right, EVW buffer, oops. Buffer zone. Let's say 22,500. Now, we don't know the number of trees or what the number of shrubs or what they're doing other than they're essentially clearing this whole area. And then, and the question is we need to give at least a landscaping plan for here because we could not do this. Well, let's put it this way, we don't have as much power when we get an NOI because it's going to be under the state act. The ZBA is acting with our interest at heart. And so we want to put forward some sort of landscaping we don't quite know the specifics of this, but one idea is that in these areas here, given that they're the edge of the tree line, whether, for example, we want to essentially ask for them to replant this area, most of the area around the septic here, even this area that's not in our jurisdiction, and going around the septic with shrubs. Now we can't put it on top of the septic. But we could talk about the whole graded area around here being planted. Let's say everything below the 213 line where they start the grading, that this whole slope everywhere going all the way around to here. And over here would be planted with shrubs. That's one thing to request where the trees aren't worth it at the edge of the tree line. Before I get into how we might decide what that is, does that seem like the best idea for what we asked for the sort of scope of a planting plan?
Well, I mean, that's all we can do. Like, there's very limited areas on the site where we can ask them to put in plants. And I think all those areas that you've suggested make sense. It's like slope leading down to our jurisdictional areas, so.
Anybody
Yeah.
else?
I think the only exception to that might be the areas of the rain garden itself, which is a little bit of that slope, and that probably has different plants on it.
Right.
Rest of it,
Okay.
yes.
So we could exempt whatever the rain garden, because that's going to be addressed separately, or is addressed separately.
The rain
Um,
garden is gonna be native plants in there anyway, so.
Right,
Yeah, they
so,
just don't have to be the same shrubs as everywhere else.
yeah, I mean, they're obviously altering. Now, this area here, let's say, the area in the buffer zone here is, most of this we can get planted. Because this is, look like all edge of things there, and so asking them for planting in all of the 2,500 square feet of the isolated wetland is a little simpler. On this side here, the area below the 213 line is probably only about maybe 40% or 50%, somewhere, of the total buffer zone for the vegetate VBW that's being altered. So it gets a little trickier as to how to do that. But one thing that came up in talking with Joyce is whether we pick this whole area here, well, let's say the isolated wetland buffer, whether we say we want shrubs planted on 6, 8, 10 sweet centers. And if we use 8 feet centers, for example. Oops, that's the wrong.
Michael, I'm confused. Can we take a step back? What
Sure.
what do you mean by what is the problem with planting on the side of the BVW?
Well, we can do the planting. The question is whether here it's sort of like, for me, it's conceptually easier. It's sort of, they're taking away this amount, they're altering this amount of area, and we're going to have them essentially replant it.
So what
Here,
he's trying to do is, how do we come up with a number of shrubs and justify it? Because, you know, oftentimes we do it based on the number of trees we're cutting down, and we're not going to get that count. So we're trying to come up with a reasonable method for
Okay,
fixing the number of shrubs.
but it's definitely all of those areas, that's
All
still
of those areas.
far less than what is disturbed, right?
Yes.
only in the BVW. That's the difference. The BDW buffer, the area that we're talking about replanting, is maybe only half of what's being disturbed.
Right.
Whereas on the isolated wetland buffer zone, we can ask to replant almost all of what's altered.
Okay.
That's the difference that I was trying to get at.
Right.
So if we started here and say, what do we want to ask? Do we want to ask if it's
But so when we did Farm Road though, that was not based on a number of trees that were cut it down. We had like, here's the square footage that we want you to fill up, and you can do it in this combination.
oh yeah, right.
And it was like, you could do what number of shrubs per, like, I'm
Right.
just like, let's not reinvent the wheel. Let's just copy that.
Can we pull that up somewhere easily, quickly, somebody? Let's
Well,
see.
Just move that we find it and then use the same density.
Yeah, I
So
don't,
why don't I find it and we'll use the same density?
yeah, because we also copied that for multiple, we've copied that more than once.
Well,
And I'm sure it had all your like 6-foot centers and,
one of the issues is that, right, if we do 6-foot centers,
right?
for example, that's every 60, that's 36 square feet. That would be requiring hundreds of shrubs.
Well, on the 2,500 square foot side, 6 feet on center is 40, comes up to 40-ish.
If we
And
do
then,
6 by 6,
and then if, yep, wait a minute.
No, it's more than that. 8 by
Yeah,
8.
it's 69 shrubs.
So this would be 69 shrubs. And then if we apply that to even the other side that can get planted, let's say that a little bit less than half, let's say it's even 10,000 square feet.
It's
Roughly.
625 trees.
10,000 square feet, right? How many shrubs?
Oh, so if you're dividing it in two, that's 300. If you're dividing it in half,
It can't be
wait a
divided by
minute,
36.
it's 277.
All right, I'm just looking for the document.
That doesn't sound unreasonable given the size of the area we're talking about here.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a small number, I agree, but it's
We're concerned about whether it's too large a number. But I guess it would be nice to see what we did on Farm Road. Because we have to come up with some, because if it was 8 by 8, for example, divided by 64, down here, 8 by 8 is equal to 156 shrubs.
I don't think it was that cut and dry. It was a mix and match. I wish I knew where this was.
What's that?
I wish I could find this in the files.
Well, it should be in the, it should be in the list if we can't, why can't we just find it?
I'm just struggling to find it. The Roblox yelling in the background.
Okay, yeah, they are.
Roads. This would be for lot 3, was it? Okay, I guess one can go back to the meeting stuff. Just go back to when we had a meeting where we were looking at it. Let's see here. Okay, we should be able to find these things.
I know how Jason works though.
Okay, where? Okay, let's see.
Yeah, I've actually thought that.
Guess I gotta open up another window here. Oops. Are other people looking to see back? Come on, go back. When do we think it was done? It was done this year.
Back in July, towards the end of July.
Shishing House 48. No, that seemed too recent. It's not here.
July of no, July 24.
We did it that long ago?
Yeah.
Yep.
When I took John T.
11th. No, it's the July meeting, so this is the only July one. Farm Road request. 65 request for extension. That's a different issue. I think it came after this then.
So there's a plan dated September 2004.
Maybe it's better.
I'm just looking to see the details for the mitigation are.
I'll look in my emails. Maybe Michael sent it to the ZBA. Oh, maybe it's on, actually, maybe it's on the town website.
No, I don't think,
So on this, they did 2-gallon plantings. Shrubs were 7 feet on center. And the trees were 20 feet on center.
this is the specifics for Farm Road.
Yeah. That's what's on this plan in September. September 25th, 2024.
Oh, so that's after our meeting. Is what you're. Was it lot 3? This is was lot 3, not
It's
lot.
lot 4. It's lot 4.
Okay, let's see. Okay, then I found the August 22nd. Okay, lot 4.
You want me to share my screen?
Oh yeah, you actually have the order?
I don't have the order. I have the plan.
Okay, and I guess I was just wanted to see the wording that we had in the
Okay.
action.
Conservation Commission, yeah, because you wrote a memo about this, right? It's not, it's gonna be on the town website.
Sorry, everybody. Let's see. Recommended a draft NOI. Guess we didn't have one.
Yeah. One shrub for every 30 fair square feet of altered buffer zone in this area, native shrubs in groups, minimum, yeah, this is the document.
So it was every 30 square feet? Or 30, what is it?
Hold on.
Well, while she's looking, I'll just say to everybody. For this area here, do you think it makes, uh-oh. I lost, did I lose the screen share?
Yeah,
No, it's still there.
Okay,
this is this was the memo, it's on the website. This was the part for the tree removal.
is this? Okay, comments.
So Michael and Courtney and Jacob, not Jacob, sorry. Michael and Courtney, the order of conditions got copied to you on October 29th, 2024 at 12:36 p.m. from
Okay.
Deborah.
October 29th. Oh, so what do you see when you see this? Do you see my email box?
You have to share it again.
Oh, right. October 29th. Oh, geez, it'll take forever. Let's see here.
So I think if you remember, you all talked about densities and everything, and then you picked numbers.
Right. Well, we wouldn't want to be inconsistent. God. How do we go ahead? How do you get down to filter? Let's see, all right. It's me. There's no way to search by date. Let's see. What was the date? October 29?
Yep.
I don't know why I just have the draft conditions.
What time do you, October 29?
At 12:36 p.m.
Oh, God, the search tool is terrible here. 'Cause because when I do the search, it goes to go back to the 2025, there's so many, 24, there's so many emails. Can you just email, can you resend the email?
Okay.
What?
Yeah, give me a second.
Okay. So do people have issues if we're asking for 200 or plus shrubs? That the conservation, the ZBA might bulk or not, or?
I mean, it's their choice to balk at it. It's not inconsistent with what we would ask for that large of an area of disturbance.
Mm-hmm. Well, we'll see what we did. And plus, we're not even, right, there's gonna be a whole bunch of buffer zone. That's not even, it's just gonna be lawn. And some house impervious surface. Even. So you sent it to me?
Now that you've asked about it, I'm having a hard time finding it again. 1 second, sorry.
Really not on the town website.
Ay,
Conservation, is it 55 or 65?
65.
Okay.
Sorry, everybody.
I'm getting down to the special conditions here.
Do we need to have a place where we put all the NOIs? I mean, the orders of condition?
There is, it's gotta be, yes, there is.
And what, can't access it?
Not for this year or last year.
Oh. Is it in the big conservation drive?
I mean, if you're looking for the order of conditions, I can share my screen. I have it right here.
Oh, okay, fine, then share that. Oh, fine. Yes, we're looking for the order of conditions. And the specific wording.
Isn't that? Hmm.
Okay,
Can you see my screen?
yep. Go down.
Was it, but was
Yeah,
this
give me a
order
sec.
conditions?
It's all gonna be in the special conditions below at the end, towards the end.
But was it in our order or was it in the ZBA stuff?
No, it's in our, this wasn't the 40B. This was just a regular notice
This
of
is a
it.
regular plan. This is a regular.
This is after we withdrew that. This is just a regular plan. Keep going down.
I got it right here. The number of trees is right here. Oh.
It's
Right
different.
here. 66 shrubs and 19 trees.
Go
The
down.
removal.
Yeah, let's see what the conditioning was, whether how we worded it, that's all. Should be a mitigation heading.
That's I don't think it has what you're looking.
Okay, we'll see.
I
Yeah, it doesn't have the density calculations here.
think we wrote it all initially in those comments to ZBA with our like justification, and we just lifted that out for NOI.
Yeah. But this wasn't for maybe we did it for that and then use that in this.
We did, but we didn't put all the details in this.
So you didn't, because this wasn't part of the 40B on Farm Road, this was the single family design for lot 4 and the common driveway, which didn't exist then.
Right, so what's the, so
So
show
you-
us the
so-
plan. Show us the plan that basically had an area and stuff. Right,
Well,
okay,
I don't, it refers to an October 12th plan. So it refers to an October 12th plan, and this is not, this is the September 25th plan. So I don't, and I can't find the other one yet. So this talks about 20 feet on center and 7 feet on center and not the whatever the numbers Courtney was talking about, but it all
Can
got
you-
planted in this area.
right, can you zoom in on that table? So I can't read it. Okay, that might be enough. And so that has 66, and so it's similar to what our end results were. Okay. So there we had 7 feet on center, which is basically every 50 square feet. So the 10,000 square feet would roughly would lead to 200 shrubs towards the okay, do we need to see this anymore?
I'll stop sharing. Courtney's computer just died.
Oh, that was convenient. Let's see. Now that I know how to do this thing. Let's wrap this thing up with, where is the comments? Okay. Okay. Okay,
Yeah, she's gone.
for good.
Yep.
Oh. Okay, so. Question is if we're consistent with the last one of 7 by 7 for that one there for a much smaller square footage, but if we do the 7 by 7, because again, we're just getting off maybe 40% of this area along the BVW buffer zone. We did 7 by 7, it would be amounting to about 200 shrubs. And we did the same over here, it would be about 50 shrubs. Now, do we feel comfortable just saying that's what we want?
And I'm just going to play devil's advocate for half a second, and I'm not even saying I agree with what I'm about to say. The ZBA is giving us an opportunity to ask for some mitigation planting. If we provide a number that seems overwhelming, we might not get anything. And I just throwing that out there.
Right, to which I sometimes feel that we can negotiate on the spot, basically. Just say, this is what we've asked for before. That was consistent with the other, with 65 Farm Road, since we don't want to treat this project inconsistently. And then, and this is even better, since on Farm Road, he was just taking away meadow. Here he's taking away a whole vegetated area of trees and shrubs. And saying that this is what we did there. And now, do we think this is reasonable? Separate from whether they will accept it? Are we
I
comfortable?
think this is a reasonable amount to ask for, given the large perimeter of the buffer zone and it's at the edge of a slope. I think this is reasonable, and I don't see a need to try and hem and haw too much about it.
Okay, Steve, Matt, what do you guys think?
I'd agree, Jacob. And it seems like there's some wiggle room for negotiation too, if needed.
Matt,
Agreed.
okay. So we'll write something up that says we're gonna, and we're basically, we're giving up the fact that there's this whatever. We're not worrying about, I mean, essentially beginning to use this maybe 12,000 square feet of buffer zone without, I guess you get the rain garden there. But whatever, it says 10,000 square feet. We could just note that there's 10,000 square feet that's just going to be allowed to be lawn and septic. Okay, and we all agree that shrubs are the best call and not offering any option with trees.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. There's plenty of other trees here that. So we don't-
Okay. And we want an herbaceous layer that they're gonna have to put down something around this. And that they should then just do invasives, manual invasives removal. And there's no what maintenance do we want? Any maintenance? Or except for invasives removal?
Yeah, just invasives removal.
Okay. And I guess we're not gonna have any management of the whatever grows there, the grasses or whatever the conservation mix, whatever comes up, and then evolves. We're not having any kind of like annual mowing or anything like that. Which I don't know how you do it with this. Would we allow them to do it in some sort of clumps? Well, maybe up to 2 or 3 or something like that?
Sure.
Okay. Invasives. Some clumps. I guess we don't want too much since it's an open area. Okay, what other parameters do we need or we're done?
I have one thing I want to bring up is fertilizer use. I saw some reference to it in the document you had up. But in my opinion, there should be, once it's established, there should be no need for phosphate containing fertilizers in any lawn area ever. And it should be whatever is used when it's getting established should be very limited. That's my opinion.
Of the phosphate, all right, we have no phosphate in our buffer zone. We could ask that we already have, we would have a condition, I think we've already asked for it, that there's no phosphate in any of the fertilizer in our buffer zone. Or wetland buffer zone. The question is whether we suggest to them that for phosphate, given the phosphate loading issues, whether we say that they could possibly say that there should be no phosphate on the whole property, but that's up to them.
Well, I'd like to just point out that once established lawns shouldn't need any phosphate at all. I mean, that's sort of an established thing, and it's not sort of up to debate. It shouldn't need it. And these are really close to, I think, pretty good resource, especially that isolated vernal pool. And since they're building up slope going up to that drains into both the wetlands on the map, I think we should push for it to be as limited as possible.
Yeah, the best we can do is suggest that for the rest of the site. On the entire property.
Well, there's so much of it in their 100-foot buffer zone.
Well, no,
we
but
can't-
we've already asked for that condition. That's what I'm saying. We've already, in a previous comments, we asked for no phosphates use in the buffer zone.
And that includes the lawn areas up,
Yes. Right,
Okay.
that would include the lawn areas that are inside the buffer zone.
Okay.
So that we'll have, it's a matter of, right, there's not much else that's outside of that, but we can suggest that they make it all no phosphate. Just because of the phosphate problems in general in our watershed.
Did I miss anything? Did we figure it out?
Yes, we're gonna go ask for 7 by 7 based on what we saw before. And it'll be 50 shrubs. in the, in this area here around the vernal pool buffer zone, and then for just that 213 and down the whole slope, whatever that area is, that it would be planted at 7 by 7 to be consistent with 65 Farm Road.
Okay.
And that they have the benefit of getting all this other area here that they're gonna turn into lawn, as well as some housing impervious surface.
So do we have to move to make you write it or
Yes,
write it?
we were up to doing that, except for whether anybody had any other points besides. what-
Okay, okay.
But I guess you don't have any points. Is there other than, oh yeah, we gotta just make sure we have the, what the hell's going on here? Herbaceous. And,
I sent you the farm road thing.
okay. Uh,
So you can rip that off.
okay, we got herbaceous, and do we have, what's the survival rate? We've used 75%. Do we want to have more, given how much the buffer zone they're using without getting any mitigation for it? I don't mind saying that we could ask for more.
Right.
80% or something, or
Say whatever we said before.
The plantings shall have 100% survival for a period of 2 growing seasons, or replacement plantings will be done.
Oh,
That's
Okay.
what I don't. Yeah, that's what we had sent to the ZBA as proposed last time.
okay.
Did you get it? Did you get it?
I didn't get
Courtney?
it, but
What?
Did they do that?
No, because they denied it, right?
Oh, okay.
right.
Yeah.
We could shoot for, I mean, right, I don't mind shooting for, I can't tell if 100, normally we ask for 75%, which is probably what we did on lot 4. I don't mind justifying that we want a higher survival rate. I'd say whether I'd want 100%, that I do at least maybe 90%.
Okay.
I want to go to 100, but what do others think? I mean, we could do 100% by the vernal
90
pool.
fine. Seems reasonable.
Okay, any other issues that we might have, let's see. Okay. Okay, I move that Michael and Joyce draft a memo. Somebody else want to join us?
Nope.
No.
Michael and Joyce, I move that Michael and Joyce draft a memo to the ZBA with the attached comment, with the comments and proposed conditions discussed tonight.
Second.
Any further discussion? Roll call vote. Michael, I. Jacob,
Aye.
Steve,
Aye.
Courtney,
Aye.
Matt.
Aye.
Okay,
It
done.
looks like a lot of work was already put into this, so thank you.
Yes. Thank Joyce, and then she had to put up talking with me today for an hour or so.
Oh.
Yeah,
An hour and 40 minutes.
hour and 40 minutes.
Nobody's counting. Oh man.
Okay, I think, was there anything else, any other issues, Joyce?
No.
Okay, I think we've covered it all.
Right. Wow.
It's only an hour and a half, and not too bad, or less than that. Okay, I move to adjourn. Oops, let me stop sharing here.
Second.
Okay. Any other further discussion? Roll call vote. Michael, I. Jacob,
Aye.
Steve,
Aye.
Matt,
Aye.
Courtney,
Aye.
meeting adjourned at 8:46. Thank you, everybody.
Good job.
Good night.